Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Pipeline Podcast, episode 150. Yeah. Hope everyone is having a fantastic day, a fantastic morning. It's another bright and morning stream, which I thought would be fun for this. You know, I worked the night shift tonight, so I was like, let's do a bright and morning stream. We're running this stuff solo. Hope everyone is having a fantastic day. Today is a very special episode. It is our annual ranking every show I have ever seen part 3. We do this every year, every 50 episodes of the series. We do another one of these. As you can see, we've done 2 years worth of shows at this point, on either shows that I've watched within the year or stuff that I forget about. Each year I usually add about 40 to 50 shows. Again, if it's new stuff or stuff that I forgot to add in the previous year. I hope everyone is doing well. Again, it's just me in the studio today. It could be a little weird if I added someone else to the lineup to rank my favorite shows or like my tier lists. Maddie is in the chat. Hello, Maddie. Said the peaceful music makes me feel like I'm at a London jazz. I'm in a jazz bar. That makes more sense. Maddie, it's great to see you. Thank you for being here. So yeah, I'm not even sure what kind of setup I can do. Again, normally for the show, there's there's a system in place where I talk to my guest and we do Creator Spotlight. No Creator Spotlight today. Be me interviewing myself, which that would be a little weird. Can I turn music on? Let me turn that jazz music back on because I am solo today. Give y'all a little background music to kind of chill to. How about this one? That one good? Nah, we're gonna go with our main one. So yeah, I think without further ado, I think we might just hop right into it. Because again, let's scroll down here for a second. We have a lot of new shows to be going through. There's a lot of new, again, shows I either watched from the year or stuff prior. And plus, I want to go back through this list. Because there are many within this list, this established list that we've already covered, that have either added new seasons or I've rewatched. Or I just feel differently about since the last time we ranked them, either last time or the previous time. So I think without further ado, we're going to jump right into it. If people have any questions, feel free to ask them, because this is also, I guess, kind of be like a Q&A type of thing. So I want to answer as many people's questions as they're interested in asking, or queries or comments or whatever. I don't get this is something I actually have thought about a lot, though, because it's like I wish I could comment more on people's comments in my regular streams, but sometimes it would kind of interrupt the main conversation a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to bring up someone's comment and then that throws off what the normal guest would be saying or something like that. But I try to get the most of them most times. No problem. Massive congratulations. Thank you so much, Maddie. Thank you so much. Yeah, so I think we're going to get started with our list today. Oh boy. We're starting with I don't want to start with a controversial one. Let me move this down a little bit. Let's start with a fun and easy one. A fun and easy show to get our list right. Actually, before we get going, let me establish what the ranking is, like what the list we have so far is. And if you guys need me to zoom in or zoom out at any point, let me know. But let's establish what each tier is first. And then we will start kind of ranking them. So first up, we have Perfect, which to me, this is a list of shows that don't have a single bad episode. It is perfect from start to finish. A show not being imperfect does not mean it's bad by any means. Most of the shows in our second tier are phenomenal, but these are, to me, 10 out of 10 perfect shows without a doubt, no problem. Then we have Divine, which are like my very near perfect shows. They're almost perfect in every way, but maybe there's a bad episode here and there, or there's something that, maybe drags it down just a little bit to me, but are still some of the best shows I've ever seen. Great are just fantastic shows, start to finish. They're not perfect. Maybe there's a bad season here and there. Maybe there's a really bad plot line that doesn't work. Maybe there's a huge thing that just really pulls it down from being a Divine show. But these are also fantastic seasons of TV. Good is the interesting category, because good are kind of your middle of the road seasons for me. You're seeing a lot of my favorite shows in this list, but a lot of shows that are like a great first couple seasons, but maybe has really, really bad seasons. But it still deserves to be shout out or like spotlight. Like they're not bad shows, but maybe bad elements, or kind of I don't know, a hit or miss kind of season. So again, this is one of my biggest categories right here. Like great and good are like where most of my shows lie. Are shows that I don't really like that much. I think they're just they're not bad shows, but they're kind of not great shows either. They're kind of at the bottom tier. And then in my bad categories are shows that I just hate. These are shows I hate. And like, again, you can tell these final two, not that many shows in them. I don't hate or dislike that many shows. Mainly just because I don't watch a lot of bad or terrible shows, because why waste your time with that? But yeah, no, let's answer a couple of these comments here really quickly. What made you start the podcast, and who do you talk about? And who do you talk to about how to start? Oh, interesting. Why did I start the podcast? I think I tried various different outlets to start podcasts in the past. Like, this wasn't my first one. Like, I did a couple here and there. I've done some with friends over the years. But I think, I do think Party Nation was one of my first kind of introductions. Like, I was added to that group and I loved it, but I did kind of want something to call my own. So I just kind of started doing live shows of my own throughout the years. So that's kind of how I started. And who do I talk to how to get started? I think you'd kind of just have to hop in, man. I think the best thing to do in these situations are just kind of like get your feet wet, try it out, do your own thing. StreamYard is free. You have a watermark, but you can do this yourself, or there's many free platforms out there to do it yourself. So that would be my advice, to kind of just hop in. My good friend Noah's in the chat. Noah, how's it going? Hyped to see the ranking. Thank you so much, my friend. He said, "Hey." How dare you rank Gotham Knights as Gotham Knights is an absolute masterpiece and undisclosed. Listen, I actually like Gotham Knights. I actually have a lot of fun with Gotham Knights. I don't know if I can put it in good. I don't know if I can do that, but I do really enjoy Gotham Knights, actually. Maybe we'll move it up. Who knows? But although I feel like you're probably joking. Titans is also the best piece of live action DC media ever. Well, I disagree, but thank you for the comment, my friend. I very much appreciate it. Where did I rank Titans? Oh, it's okay. Yeah. I think that's generous for Titans, actually. I think that's a generous ranking. It could have been bad. No, but there's like realistically things I really like about Titans. Not a lot, but there are a couple things that keep it out of bad for me. Alrighty, let's get started with the ranking, and again, I'll answer more questions if they come in throughout the stream. Starting off with another DC show, a show that I didn't just watch it this year. Let me make it clear. But what I did do this year is I finished it. I finished it because it was a bunch of years now of me just like sort of watching it throughout the years, and that is the 2003 Teen Titans, an absolute classic in the DC TV community. I started this show, man, like this is probably goes to show how sometimes bad I am about finishing shows. I started this in Titans season 3. to go along with Titans, actually, because that's a good transition piece, actually. Thank you, Noah. But, like, I started the show after Titans Season 3 because I said, I need a good Teen Titans show. I need to watch a good Titans show. So it's going to be very interesting. Jesus, every show you've ever seen? Probably not, but a lot of them. A lot of the shows I've seen. Obviously, that was a jest. I assumed so, Noah. I assumed so. But Teen Titans 2003, man, this is a cult classic for people. People really love the show. I wouldn't say it's perfect. Not because it doesn't deserve perfect, but like again, I don't think there's any bad episodes of Teen Titans. But I don't know. I don't know if I'm feeling perfect or divine for Teen Titans. Again, not because there's anything inherently wrong with it, but just because I'm not feeling it on the caliber of these first 3 rows of shows I have here. So I think Teen Titans is going to go into the great category. Because, like, I'm looking at my great right now, and I'm looking at, like, Ben 10, Legend of Korra, The 100, Foster's, Community. I'm like, I think it has a really good home among this list of, like, not the best I've ever seen, but, like, really, really good stuff. Live by yourself, you too good for us? Yes, Lance. Yes, I am. No. It'd feel weird to bring someone on and be like, hey, do you want to rank my favorite show? No. It has to be my list. It can't be someone else, like, infiltrating my list. If you want to come on here and just watch me rank stuff, by all means, my friend. But I think I'm going to stick by myself. I am obsessed by Darren's ability to be unbiased in his ranking here. That's my goal. Because people are like, you put Ben 10 in great? And it's like, yeah, but they're not perfect shows. I love them, but they're not perfect shows. But they are in my favorite list, which I guess there's technically a difference. Technically, in my mind, I don't know. But no, Teen Titans is fun. Teen Titans is very great. I think that's a great way to start the tier list here. All right, jumping into another animated show. Last year's Dream Productions over by the Pixar crew. They made a pretty short show. This like limited series. It was like a spin-off of the Inside Out series, following this like dream production in Riley's brain. I liked that show a lot more than I thought it would. I kind of went into it thinking it'd be okay. It'd be an alright show. It'd be fine. But no, like it kind of reminded me like, oh yeah, Pixar is still one of the best in the studio. Like they're some of the best to ever do it. I think it's another great. I don't think it's another perfect or divine. Although there are moments in it that are really, really good, but I don't think it's long enough to warrant being able to get in this category. Not saying a short show can't get up there, but like I think at the end of the day, it's only about like an hour and a half long in like total, and like that's all it's going to get. And again, not saying it can't do that, but I think it's another great show. Like, again, like, if we're looking at great, like, we have some fantastic shows in great. I think Dream Productions is very cool. The Inside Out verse has so much potential for... I agreed. I'd love more... Like, once they get done with the main Inside Out series, I'm down expanding to other brains and other people within that universe. So, 100% agree. 100% agree. Hope they greenlight Inside Out 2 here shortly. All right, another DC show. This show feels like it came out forever ago, which I guess it was about a year ago, or not a year ago, but like a couple months shy of a year ago. The Penguin, one of the newest DC TV shows, came out last October, so yeah, pretty close to now. The Penguin was what an experience of a show The Penguin was, right? Like the Penguin, man, coming off of the Matt Reeves, the Batman movie, I really like the Batman. It's not one of my favorite of all time, but I love it a lot. And I think the Penguin came in here and kind of like dove more into that world that I was dying to see. It is what you love from that movie, but it's like, hey, but what 8 weeks straight of just like peak cinema. I think from start to finish, in terms of its characters, its writing, how it's shot, its choreographing, and how it dives into the mythos of Gotham, was something that was very surprising to me. And very similarly to Dream Productions, this is a limited series as we know it. They said they could do more seasons, but for right now, it's a limited series. It's kind of a perfect 1-season show for me so far. I have 0 issues with it. Like, I think every episode was kind of like peak after peak after peak. Maybe I'll change my mind if it gets a second season or if something happens, but for now, I'm gonna put it in perfect. I have nothing right now that tells me I shouldn't put it in perfect, because like I'm looking at shows like Breaking Bad, like Better Call Saul, like Gravity Falls, like X-Men 97, Spectacular Spider-Man. Again, I'm always very weary about putting new shows in this top-ranked area, especially the 1-season shows. But again, like I feel better about putting Penguin in here than like X-Men 97, which like X-Men 97 has become one of my new favorite shows of all time. But that's only 1 season. It's going to get more seasons. So yeah, I think Penguin is S tier for me. I had so incredibly low expectations for the Penguin. It was such a one of a time. No, 100%. No, it was so much fun. Just like we covered it here on the channel. It's so much fun covering it week to week and breaking it down and theorizing what was going to happen, and such a fantastic show, for sure. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Our first S tier, perfect tier show of the night, or of the day, I guess. We're back with another comic book show. My goodness, I really put all the comic book shows up front. Maybe I should have mixed them around a little bit. I don't know. We have Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. Oh boy. This is the first 2025 show on this list today, I'm pretty sure. Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. Similar to the Penguin. I didn't know how I'd feel. There's a lot of things going into the show. There's some controversies with your main actor. They didn't promote it. It was like in production for like 5 years. We were like, well, we'll see the show eventually, I guess. I was so impressed with what we got with the show ultimately. I was so thrilled with the final project of this show. It's, I think it starts off a little slow and you're not quite sure where it's going to go straight off the bat, but what it turns into, I think, is something very special. I think it's something incredibly fun. Its characters are bright. Its animations feel so comic booky. This is a version of Spider-Man that is influenced by the comics, by Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield and Tom Holland and Spectacular Spider-Man and the 90s Spider-Man. It feels like this mishmashed version of all these characters that we love that turns it into something very unique and special and its own version of the character. And we know season 2 and 3 are coming, so there's more of the show. Where on the tier do we want it, though, is, I think, the billion-dollar question. Because, is it great? Is it better than some of the stuff in Great? And again, this is a rough thing, because we are comparing a lot of these shows that have, like, 3, 4, 5, 10 seasons, right, to one that has 1. And it's very hard. I'd be willing to give it Divine. I'm really, really willing to give it Divine. Because if I'm just talking about, like, first seasons of shows, like, I think it's among the caliber right now. Like, we have My Adventures with Superman in Divine. And I feel like it's almost on the same caliber as, like, that first season of My Adventures. Yeah, that's what we're vibing. And again, maybe by the end we'll change, we'll switch some things up. We'll move where it's ranked, but right now I am good. I am good with Divine, and that's making a third row in Divine, which again, we're gonna see this tier list get so much bigger. Holy shit. I think by next year we might have to shift and make a new list of some kind, just a new software that can hold this many projects, because holy shit. Holy crap. Okay. And I'm gonna have to keep zooming in and out for this. I just have to. Quantum Leap. Quantum Leap. Oh, poor Quantum Leap. Oh my goodness. So I don't have the original Quantum Leap on here, even though I have seen a couple episodes, but I haven't seen enough of it to put it on here. But me and my mom watched Quantum Leap a couple years ago. This is a show that I've added retrospectively, because I was like, oh yeah, I've seen that show. Let's throw that on there. I've seen all of season 1, most of season 2, I think. I don't know if I actually finished it, but I don't think we're going back, so I decided to throw it on the list. I think I've seen most of it. I think the only reason we didn't finish it was because it got canceled after 2 seasons, which is a damn shame, because it's fun. What's this comment? I can see it earning Divine, but I can also see the case being made for other rankings for the show. I don't know. You're going to have to enough space for the tier. It's going to, yeah, we are running out of space. And like, again, no, like a show like that is something that we will have to readjust next year. Like, I think by this time next year, we should be getting a second season. So maybe it could either justify that Divine spot, or maybe move up, or maybe even move down. We'll see. That's a show that's definitely in flux. Quantum Leap, it's good. It's not incredible TV. It's pretty fun TV. There's like nothing real. I mean, there are some kind of meh stuff in it. Like, I think some of the writing's a little okay. You know, there's some things that are a little cringe sometimes, but it's a fun overall show. Nothing bad in it. Nothing overly great either. So that's a quick one. Good ranking for Quantum Leap. Arcane. Arcane wrapped up this year. No, I lied. It wrapped up last year. I binged the whole show for the first time. And yeah, this show is something really special, man. It's something very, very special. I mean, you know, I'm gonna say up front, I don't like Arcane as much as other people, and like, that is blasphemy, and that's fair, and that's you know, that's valid. And it's not that I don't like Arcane, because I do. I just think for some people, Arcane is one of the greatest shows that's ever been made, and there's nothing against that for me. I never got as invested in Arcane as other people are in Arcane, if that makes sense. But I like the show a lot. I think its animation beautiful. I think its storytelling is beautiful. I think its characters are beautiful. There's nothing. I don't know. I do think that final season though was good, but I think they needed more time to cook. I think they needed a lot more time to cook. After Ranger Nation goes through the back catalog, you should do a Power Rangers tier ranking stream. I think Party Nation will be. I think Ranger Nation will do a Ranger stream at some point. I think we'll do that, and I do have a pitch for the friends over there as well for a ranking we might do here shortly. But I will say Mighty Morphin is on this list. I added Mighty Morphin, and I think as we go through a lot of these shows over on Ranger Nation, I will add them on here as well. Even though I've seen a lot of them, I just fresh slate. But Arcane, I'm giving it great. Oh man, I just don't like it. I don't know. I don't like it as much as anything in Divine, which again is blasphemy. And I think if they hit that landing in season 2, it would be there. But I think for me, it's going to be great. I think it's going to be great. But again, fantastic show. It's among fantastic seasons of TV. TV that are some of my favorites of all time. So that is not an insult. Luke Cage. Oh boy. Okay, we are going down the Marvel Netflix shows. I watched those through this year. Luke Cage, man. Luke Cage. Where do you put? Some of these, man, are going to be very interesting rankings because I like Luke Cage quite a bit. And I'll only be ranking the first seasons of some of these shows because I haven't finished some of them. But I did want to put him on this list that we can kind of readjust as we go through. Like next year, I should have them all finished. But just talking about season 1 of Luke Cage for me right now. I thought it was a pretty good show. I thought it was a pretty great show. I had a lot of fun with it. Especially the first half of season 1. I think the show kind of loses its theme after a while. There is like a mid-season kind of twist that happens with Luke Cage that kind of deters me a little bit. I have no issue putting it in great. Because I think, like, even after the twist happens, and I'm a little bit pissed off with what they do, it's still a really, really good season of television. It has great writing. I think its characters are very solid. And like I'm looking like it's among the ranks of like a Game of Thrones, and I'm like, I think that's like I think if Game of Thrones can stay in great after what happened with shows like that, and there's some Smallville. There's a lot of Smallville that doesn't work. Walking Dead, same thing. Isn't Flash in this category too? No, that's down below. But still, yeah, I think Luke Cage. I think Luke Cage is a solid, great show. But again, need to finish it. I'm not gonna lie to you guys and tell you I finished it. I will say this year we added a lot more shows that I haven't quite finished, but like in the POV where I'm like I'm putting it here right now and it has title to change. I think in the same equivalent of like a yearly show coming out or something like that. Oh man, I need to be drinking this stream because if not, my voice is going to be shot by the end of this. Holy crap! But I think we're moving along quite nicely here. The Punisher, oh boy, I'm gonna throw Punisher in great as well. I think in the same category. I haven't finished it. I thought if I was judging just season 1, I might be willing to do Divine. But those rules apply for Luke Cage as well. Is Punisher Divine, ladies and gentlemen? I guess I can't judge it off what I heard season 2 became. Because again, I haven't done it yet. I'm pretty whelmed by this list. Darren win takes. Yay! You know what? Fuck it, Divine. Throw it up there for now until I finish season 2. I think that's only fair. If I am doing that logic with Luke Cage, then Punisher can only exist in such list. And again, I'm very excited for the special comes out next year. I mean, next year is kind of a banger year for Punisher because we have the Punisher special presentation. He's in Spider-Man 4. He might be in Born Again Season 2. Like, Punisher fans are absolutely winning. Holy crap. Good for them. Iron Fist. Oh boy, poor Iron Fist. I will say, I like Iron Fist more than most people. I really, really like Iron Fist more than most people. I went into Iron Fist, people telling me it was the worst show that's ever been made. It's the worst Marvel show of all time. And I came out of it kind of pleasantly surprised a little bit. It's not great. It's still not good. It's fine television, and I hear season 2 does get better, but again, just like the rest, I haven't got there in season 2 yet. So I can only judge it on season 1, and I do think that's getting thrown down to again, not bad, but not amazing either. So it's existing right, it's like right down there with Defenders and Riverdale and Titans and Moon Knight. Yeah, Moon Knight's right down there, man. I do feel bad for Moon Knight, but it is what it is. Jessica Jones ending our little for now ending the little Netflix era. There's one we're gonna have to re-rank that's already in the thing, which we'll talk about that when we get there. Jessica Jones. Here's the thing. If this was a 1-season show, it'd be up here. I think Jessica Jones season 1 is one of the greatest seasons of TV I've ever seen. Season 2 is like down here. So I think it, and again, I haven't seen season 3, and because I haven't season 3, I don't know if I don't know if I can feel comfortable with Divine. I don't know if I can do it. I think it's good for now. It's going in great. For now, it's going in great next to Luke Cage. It has the potential to go up with a season 3 once I get around to watching that. And then also just like, I don't know, it could come back very similarly to Daredevil, right? Like she's coming back in the newest season of Born Again. So, again, likewise with Punisher, I'm very excited for next year to see more Jessica Jones. Oh my goodness. But no, man, that first season is so incredible. I love that first season so much. Alrighty, Severance. Getting Severance up in here. This was one of the shows where I'm like, oh yeah, I get to rank Severance on this list this year. This is a big one. Big one for Severance. Let's just drag this guy all the way up into perfect. It's a perfect show. Man, Severance is an experience of a show. Severance is like one of those kind of shows that you can only watch once. You know what I mean? Like you're watching Severance and you're like, oh, it is something really special that they've done here. It is a very special experience. So like Severance, from the production to the acting to that world that they've built to this very tense series that they've been able to build is again something beautiful. There is one episode in season 2 that like I could say maybe might drag it out. I don't think it's a bad episode though. I just think it's a little bit of a weird episode. But I don't think it's weird enough to say it doesn't deserve that perfect slot. And maybe I'll ease up on the perfect thing a little bit. Like there is a couple in Divine I ranked last year that I am debating about maybe possibly moving up this year. So maybe because like previously I've been very strict about this perfect spot. Like I was like, there can never be even a bad second of the show. And now I'm like, there's a couple in here that I think there's some wiggle room to maybe be had. Let me do this one first. David Tennant, Jessica Jones makes it Divine. Oh man. That's the thing. Like if it's just season 1, it's perfect for me. Season 1 is so freaking good. Oh my gosh. I just watched it this year and I already kind of want to rewatch it. That's so good. Jessica Jones going next to Luke Cage where she belongs in Chef's Kiss. Yeah, is Chef's Kiss. Yeah, 100%. I don't like the season 2 Severance finale. Ooh, interesting. Let me know why. I liked it. I liked it a lot. And like I will say, I don't like it as much as season 1. Like I do think season 1 is probably the better season, but I don't see a huge drop off in quality personally. Alrighty. Let's finish a franchise we started doing last year. Because a lot of these ones were like right after I wrapped doing this last year. Like a lot of these were like the coming months after. So let's do these. The Walking Dead, The World Beyond. So like let's recap where we have the rest of the Walking Dead universe right now. Last time we did this. So the original Walking Dead show is in great, which I think makes a lot of sense for The Walking Dead. It has some of the greatest television you've ever seen. Also some very mid-tier television. I think that is kind of the definition of a lot of great and good. Dead City. Dead City's right down here with good. Oops. Okay, put that there. Yeah, so we have great and good right now for Dead City. The World Beyond. This is the one people freaking hate. People hate World Beyond. They say, like, oh, it's just like a CW show in the Walking Dead universe. And I said, hey, I like that. I really enjoy that element of it. I like exploring the, like, teen drama element of this universe and how it affects, you know, Gen Z's mental health. Like, I thought that stuff was really fun. I enjoyed those characters a lot. I actually enjoyed season 1 a lot more than season 2, which is a flaming hot take. I thought season 2 was kind of boring. And I really liked when they leaned into like the teen drama of it all, which again, not a very popular opinion. I think it's going in good. I'm gonna move. No, I'm not. I'm gonna leave that right there. But yeah, I think World Beyond is it's a good show. It's solid. I think season 2 kind of falters a little bit just because it's trying to like it needs to match up to what the Ones Who Live was like building up to, and then I they don't really address it at all, so it makes like, that ending feel even more pointless and weird. So, but I still enjoyed it. Like I think it's nothing special. I think it's like I don't want to say it's nothing special. That doesn't feel nice, but like I enjoyed it while I enjoyed it, and then some of the stuff was kind of like, it's okay. And again, like I think a lot is moving in good. Like again, I think we're moving a lot of this stuff because look how packed some of this is. I think some good is going to get moved down to for me. Like there's a couple I'm noticing down here. I'm like, I have to move it. Might have to move it. Daryl Dixon season, I guess 1 and 2. We watched season 1 and 2 since this ranking. Daryl Dixon. I don't love season 1, to be honest. I like season 2 a lot more. Because I think the show just fundamentally works better when Carol arrives. I think when she kind of joins the show. Because I think the issue with season 1 is like Daryl is a great character, but he's great when he's bouncing off of other characters and their dynamics. And I think he's best. Like he's a great character in that OG show, but when he's bouncing off characters like Daryl and Carol and Rick and Michonne and stuff like that. And so I think the first season where it's just him, I was like, I was like, he's okay. Season 2 is better. I'm throwing in good as well. I'm throwing in good. I'm going to throw it in good, but I think it has the potential to go to great. I don't think it'll ever be divine for me. But, we have 2 more seasons coming of this show. And I think it has the potential to save itself a little bit. I didn't like the massive tonal shift you can feel around the midway through mark. In the elevator, felt like a different show. Fair enough. I guess I didn't feel that personally, but that's fair. Maybe I'll have to rewatch it. The Ones Who Live. Oh, boy. This is tough. Because I do really love The Ones Who Lived. I think, listen, at its peak, I think if this show could have hit the landing on the head, if they had the quality of the first 5 episodes, we're talking divine. Because I do think this is easily the best stuff The Walking Dead has ever done. But that ending, though, it's not bad, but it's so rushed and it's a bit cheesy, and it feels like last minute they were like, oh shit, this isn't a yearly show, we have to wrap this shit up. And I think this show would have been so much better as like a 2-season plan, a 2-season thing, and I felt like everything they were kind of building toward just kind of like collapsed last minute, which really sucks because we're talking this, like, if they really nailed it, I wouldn't even be against perfect. I wouldn't have been against it, but I think it's going with great. I think it has to be among the OG Walking Dead show, unfortunately. But again, that's a great category. Like, we're talking, it's next to like Game of Thrones and like the original Walking Dead and Gifted and Cobra Kai and Ben 10. Like it's in a great tier. I just wish they met the landing a little bit. Oops. I don't know why you're doing that. Let me look something up just really, really quickly. We're good to go. We are good to go. Mass, this is my entire life, by the way. Let me just say this. This isn't like I watched all of these this year. This is 23 years worth of shows. And I think if most people, if they added up how much they've watched, it would be very similar. So no disrespect to you, but that's a very weird comment to add. So have a good day. But if you want to contribute into the chat, by all means, have fun. I would love to hear your thoughts on some of these shows. Yeah. Okay, Doctor Who. So I did something very interesting with Doctor Who this year. I thought it'd be fun to split them up into their eras instead. And again, I haven't made it very far still into Doctor Who. So we ranked the 2024-2025 one last time, which we will have to reincorporate this year. So we have the Christopher Eccleston run here, and also the David Tennant era right here. So we're gonna talk about them individually, because I think that will be a lot easier to rank them that way, because, and then it's just like, okay, like by the end it's like, okay, how do you rank all the various eras of the show? And again, this one's rough because it is only one season, and I do feel very, very bad. It got its flaws, but everything represents itself in divine glory. Okay, fair. That first season, man, I did not like. Again, it's not bad, but I did not vibe with the show. And like that first season for me, I was like, this is what people love. Like, this is the show that people love from Doctor Who. And then season 2 came out. I was like, oh, I get it now. Okay, that's incredible. And again, this is no hate to Christopher. I bet he's a fantastic person. I've seen all the comments, and he seems like just a very genuinely nice guy, and I'd love if he returned someday. Now, the David Tennant era of Doctor Who, which would be seasons 2, 3, and 4. That is going to be interesting. That is going to be very fascinating. Did you rank Young Justice already? And if so, if it's not on the list, we ranked Young Justice the first year. Young Justice is in our great tier category, and I think that, like, if we were talking about just seasons 1 and 2, it would be up here. But I think with seasons 3 and 4, it does drag it down a little bit for me. Whatever you do, do not tell the Doctor Who fandom you don't like season 1. Do people love season 1, man? Do they? That I don't get it. I don't get that. But again, but also nostalgia is something, right? Like if that's your first Doctor Who season ever, I understand. I didn't have that luxury. I just kind of watched them kind of back to back. So I understand. But yeah, that's going in E or eh. The David Tennant, man. Whew. I'm not gonna say perfect. I don't think I can say perfect, because there's some weird episodes of that era as well, but I am totally fine saying divine. I am totally fine saying that, because I do think it is some of the coolest episodes of TV I've ever seen. I think it has just, like, he is my Doctor up until this point. I think he's such a fantastic take on that character, and I was very heartbroken when I had to say goodbye to Mr. David Tennant. And I'm in the I was in the Matt Smith era, and then we took a break for a while to finish another show, and I recently took it off Max. So I hope I continue Doctor Who at some point, but I'm kind of waiting by ear to see where it ranks. We'll see. Daredevil Born Again. Oh boy. Daredevil Born Again, Season 1. Now, let's establish this is Season 1. And where we rank this thing can move. It can move. It has the power to, and I think will. I think with time, it will move. Let's look at the list here. Where is OG Daredevil? Right now, OG Daredevil is in Divine. We might readjust when we get there. Oh. I'm looking at great right now. I'm looking at great right now, and I'm not feeling great. I don't know. I think by definition it has to be good. Which hurts me. Which hurts me a lot because I did enjoy Born Again. But I think it has a lot of problems. I think it's a very inconsistent episode or season of TV. If we were doing individual episodes, some of those could have got up here, but as a whole, it's kind of a mess for me, unfortunately. Season 5, Matt's first season, has the best finale. We finished season 5, and we would have been on season 6, but they took it off Max. So, yeah, Born Again's a good, but I think it can get up to great, or even Divine by the end of its run, if they pull themselves together. I don't think it can ever get perfect. I think that time has passed for them, unfortunately. But they can pull it together, and I think it will. I think they will. I think they will over time. Andor season. I guess I can only judge season 1 because I never did season 2. How do you rank Andor? Listen, I think, I don't love Andor. Again, it's not fair. It's really not fair because I think in terms of quality, it should probably be up here or right here. But I don't enjoy it as much as I should. And maybe that's because I'm a very lukewarm Star Wars fan. I'm not that invested in this world. I think production quality, its writing, its dialogue, its everything is here. It is. It's going in great though. It's going in great though. I'm so sorry. Going in there, and then maybe if I eventually watch season 2, it can move up. But I think me not having the motivation to watch season 2 kind of writes itself, unfortunately. But again, it's up there with like Game of Thrones and Ted and Has Been Hotel and again all these great shows in the great tier. We did do You in 2025. Me and Taz ranked every. We didn't rank every season, but I mean, I guess we did kind of rank every season. But we talked about it. I talked about my journey through the show, and then we covered the final season. You, man. Where did you go? I think You was a lot of fun. I think You was a lot of fun. I think it's good. I think good is fine for them. I don't know if the show is ever fantastic. Like, I always enjoy You. I think there's always a quality of You that can be enjoyed and have fun with, but I don't know. Like, season 4, I think even at its best, You is like right here. At its worst, it's here. So I think good just kind of makes sense for it. It makes sense for You. It's not great. It doesn't touch really any of my great shows here. Most of them, at least. So yeah. Adults on FX. How long have we been streaming now? Almost an hour. I think we're making, well, I think we're making decent time. I probably could be hurrying up a little bit, but we're having fun. We're chilling. This is 150. We are allowed to take our time. As long as I'm done by 3, we're good. Which we will be done way, way, way before 3. Don't you guys worry about that. Adults. I like this third season a lot. It's one of my favorite new shows of 2025. I had so much fun with it. It's not perfect. It is not perfect. I could seeing it go in Divine. I'm not opposed to it being in Divine. It feels like it's almost too early, though. Because I think this season was so much fun. It's so funny. It's so great. It's so charismatic. I just moved my camera. I'm going to give it great. I'm going to give it great as a starting point right now. As a starting point right now, we're giving it great. And I'm going to give it the opportunity to move up. I should also say, it has not been renewed up until this point, as much as I've heard, which is a damn shame. I hope it's not like an in limbo type of thing. I really hope they are developing season 2. Here's what I'll say. If by next year we find out this show's canceled, I think I will move it up to Divine. But I think right now, with it kind of hanging in the balance, I think it's going in great. It's a great show. And we'll see kind of where it goes from here. The Owl House. Ooh, that was this year, wasn't it? I do remember getting done with season 1, or I'm sorry, like wrapping up the show and being like, oh, I can't wait to rank all my favorite shows again, for I can add the show to my favorite show list. I've debated it. I've rattled it around in my brain for almost a year. I have nothing telling me I can't do this. There is nothing in my brain telling me I can't rate Owl House as my perfect TV show. I don't think there's a single bad episode of the Owl House. It does start off a little slow, but I think those slow episodes are some of the best episodes of the entire run. It's very like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. style, where it's like those slow episodes are so worth it once you learn the characters and you love you need those slow episodes for the good episodes to pay off. You need that slow burn a little bit. And what they do in season 2 and how season 3 is one of the most insane. Like the last 6 or 7 episodes of the Owl House going into the season 3 finale, like those final 3 bits, fantastic, perfect television. Holy shit. So yeah, I have no issues. Owl House, Gravity Falls, and maybe another one in here when we be moving up there as well. So Owl House is a perfect show for me, man. Welcome to the crew. That is our 3rd perfect show of this year's ranking. Again, we give those out pretty splurringly, very rarely, but I'm glad to see my collection of perfect shows are growing. Alrighty, here we have Iron Heart. Actually, let me move these 2 up here. We can talk about the 2 new live action Marvel shows together. I guess we already talked about Daredevil, but let's just move those together, because why not? I already mentioned it, so we'll do it first. Iron Heart Season 1. I assume is only going to be Season 1. I'd love a new season of Iron Heart at some point. Where did I put Ironheart? I love the show a lot. I know there's some people that really dislike those final couple. I think it gets even better in the final couple. Is the show rushed? Yes. Is a little rushed. Could it have added a couple more things to make it a fantastic show? This is a show that feels like it's a great show. I think it has potential to be up here. I think it has that potential, and it's almost there. but I think I'm going to lay it down in great. I think just by like definition, it has to be there. It has to be there. I loved it a lot. I love what they did in the final couple episodes. I thought it was fantastic. And yeah, like people are like, you put it in front of Daredevil? Absolutely. 100%. Loved Ironheart. Holy shit. Please give me more Ironheart. Please give me more Riri Williams. Agatha all along. That also feels like it's weird it's not on this list, because it feels like it was an eternity ago. But yeah, that was just a couple months shy of when we did this last time. Where does Agatha go? I loved Agatha. I loved it a lot. Man, this was such a fun journey. I'm looking at Divine. How crazy would I be if I put it there? That feels crazy. I don't know if I could justify that choice. Can I justify Agatha being Divine? I mean, I put Spider-Man there. And I'd argue maybe Agatha's better. Like, oh man. Any other one-season shows I have up in there? Oh man. Again, it's tough. It's only a one-season show. Again, things are going to be getting moved around a little bit. Unless I move Spider-Man down to great. Like I don't want to lose the sauce of what Divine is. Like, Divine is almost a perfect show in every way outside of a couple of little things that pull it down. Do I have any problems with Agatha, though? I'm going to keep it there. Fuck it. Why not? Why not? Agatha's great. Maybe by next year I'll wake up and be like, why is that there? Move it down or something. But right now, it's Divine, because why not? All right, we have a series of shows here that we did recently that we're going to be adding to this list. Another series. Dexter. It is time to rank Dexter. Where the heck does Mr. Morgan go? What an interesting placement for this guy. Well, let's see. Let's do it like rank by rank. I think that's the easiest way to do Dexter, to kind of find out where it'll go for me. Season 1, great. Season 2, great. Season 3, great. Season 4, Divine. Season 5 would be good. Season 6 is eh. Season 7's eh. Season 8's eh. Or, somewhere in between those. I think I'm going in great. I think it's a great show. I think it's a fun show. I enjoyed it a hell of a lot. Is it one of the best shows I've ever seen? No. Is it one of the funnest shows I've ever seen? Maybe. It may be some of the most fun I've had in watching a TV show in a very long time. Has my second podcast for the last almost 6 months just become a Dexter podcast? Sure. Are me and Taz's direct messages, DMs, just completely Dexter edits? 100%. That's our main course of communication throughout the weeks. That's really what it's kind of turned into. But no, Dexter's great. It's a great show. I can't give it Divine. I just simply can't. And I think it exists in the same. I think a great example of it is Walking Dead, where I think the majority of it is very, very good television, but it is weighed down by some of that weight that is put upon it. Dexter New Blood. Now, again, this is only one season, so we only have one season to rank it by. I like it a lot. I enjoyed it. It's not perfect. I'd say it's good. I think that's very... Actually, it's probably a good example. Put it right beside You, because I do think it's probably around the same quality as most of the You seasons. And not necessarily at the quality as, like, most of Dexter. But it's good. I loved Mr. Krabs as your villain. I did think it was one of the better seasons. Like, I did think it was better than the last couple seasons of Dexter that we got. Well, I don't know. It's weird. It's kind of a weird spot for it. But yeah, Dexter New Blood, it's good. Dexter's Original Sin. Ooh. Interesting. So Dexter Original Sin is in a weird spot where I do think eventually it could, by technicality, pass the caliber of the original show if it doesn't have the badness to weigh it down. But right now, I think it had a really, really solid first season that I enjoyed a lot. I enjoyed Original Sin a lot, and right now it just kind of feels like it's on the caliber of the first couple seasons of the original show. And without more content to work on, right now I think it has to stay in great next to the original Dexter show. Dexter Resurrections. Now, I debated putting this on the list because I've only seen half of the first season. 5 episodes of the first season. And you might be saying, Darren, that's not fair. You can't rank it off of 5 episodes. And you would 100% be right. But I did think it'd be funny to just place it somewhere on the map and then in this year's time be like, was that justified in only 5 episodes, or did they fucking shit the bed like last minute? I'm putting it right among its brothers. Its blood brothers, if you will. I think Resurrections is some of the best Dexter in years. Probably my favorite season since season 4. Which I feel like I keep saying it. Like, I said the same thing for Original Sin, and then the same thing for New Blood, and blah, blah, blah. But, like, it is really on par. Like, I could see Resurrections easily being the best Dexter show. Like, by the end of its run, I could see Resurrections getting here, if not here, on the ranking. Which is crazy to think about, but I am enjoying Resurrection so much. So much. Okay. Eyes of Wakanda. My voice is starting to go a little bit, guys. This happens. We've talked an hour straight. this always happens an hour in. So we're going to try and speed this along just a little bit. And I feel like we're pretty close to being done with most of these, and then we'll have to, oh my gosh, we gotta go through all of these. That's fun. Again, I love doing this episode. Eyes of Wakanda. Good. It's a good show. I don't love it. I don't hate it. It's fine. It's good. It's solid. It's fun. I didn't feel much when I finished Eyes of Wakanda, like I did with the first Black Panther, or Black Panther 2, or even Ironheart. But, it's not a bad thing. I don't think every show needs to, like, break the mold. I think it does its job. Probably does its job very, very well, actually. So, Eyes of Wakanda, it's good. It's solid. And again, some of these I think I'll be moving down. Because I'm looking at these. I'm looking at a couple of these. I'm like, I think some of these could move. Creature Commandos. The James Gunn... the first project of the entire DCU. The first in what is going to be many projects to end up on this list. We're in between good and great right now. Man. Jeez. You know what? Like, I look down to being on this show, on this good list, but, like, good still has a lot of great shows on this list. Like, look at good right now. Like, we have The Flash. We have Once Upon a Time. We have, a lot of the solid Gotham's on here, and Total Drama's on here, and Liv and Maddie's on. Like, we have some great stuff in here, man. I think it's good for me. I think it's a fun season. The ending kind of sucks, in my opinion. It needed more time. It needed more legs to really push this into something really great, and I think it can get there. They are working on season 2, and I would not be shocked if it moved up to great. But right now, it is only a good show for me. Man. Skeleton Crew! Oh my goodness. I love Skeleton Crew, man. Oh man, I'm so sad this is probably never getting a second season. Disney Star Wars sucks, man. They really do suck. And those kids are booking other projects, and I'm thinking we're probably not getting a season 2. Am I willing to give it perfect? No. I don't think it's at the caliber of perfect for me. But man, I fucking loved it a lot. I had such a good time with a Skeleton Crew. I really did. I thought it was a blast. I thought it was a blast from beginning to end. It's divine. It's good. It's good. The Studio, a show I literally finished this week. No, sorry. I finished it last night. Okay? I was like, no thank you. This is one of the biggest shows of 2025, I should say. And it would be a damn shame if I let this come out and not rank it on this year's list. I wait until next year to rank it. No thank you. I think this is going to be in a very similar spot that... Adult is down there, isn't it? Yeah, Adult isn't great. I think Studio Season 1 was a divine season of TV. I thought it was pretty damn awesome. I am not ready to commit to perfect yet. It is not on the level of like X-Men for me, where I'm willing to give that to it after just one season. After like 2 days being like, yeah, this is one of the best I've ever seen. I'm not willing to do that yet. Season 2 is in the works. It did massively good for them this year, I think. It was like one of the biggest shows of this year so far. So I am like, give me season 2, season 3, maybe season 4. It can rise the ranks. It can be among my all-time greats. It can be among the best of the best. Okay, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. So, for those who may or may not know, we've been doing Ranger Nation in 2025 with my good friends, Lance and Taj, and sometimes 3 Dubs when he shows up. Now, this is a show I've seen before, obviously. All the Power Ranger shows are among my childhood shows, and I don't know. For some reason, I never put them on my tier lists because I was like, I don't know, that's a lot. And like, I don't remember a lot of them to the fullest. I just decided never to actually rank them. But now that we're doing Ranger Nation and they're relevant, and I feel like I can properly rank. God, where do you rank something so nostalgic? You know, I think nostalgic shows for me are hard because, like, in terms of iconicness, like, it's not perfect. It's definitely not divine. I'd argue there's more bad in Mighty Morphin than there is good, and that sucks. It's going good. I think it's, by definition, a good show. It's very similarly to, like, Flash or Once Upon a Time, or, like, what's another one that would fit in here? Stuff like that, like Legends of Tomorrow or like Lucifer, or where it's like, it's good. It's also partnered with really, really bad. You know, it's kind of a mixed bag. And trust me, like, go to our Ranger Nation episode, you will see us ranting about this show. But and again, we are just entering season 3, and I hear season 3 is the best season, so maybe I might be willing, but we'll see. I think good's a good home for Power Rangers, and this is, you know, by this time next year, you should see a lot more Power Rangers on this tier list as we are going through Ranger Nation. Supernatural finally added it to the list. And I never added it in past years because I always said, like, well, I don't want to only view it through a couple seasons. Like, I want to be able to rank it on its entirety. But I do think it's funny to just be like, I've seen a lot of Supernatural, and saying that, having it not be under the every show I've ever seen list seems silly to me at this point. So I am judging this off of the 9 seasons that I've watched, which, by the way, is more than like every other show on this list, outside of maybe like Smallville. Smallville is the only one that would outdo it. It's great. From just the 9 seasons I've seen, it's a great TV show. It's a fantastic show with Hills and Valley. Welcome back, Noah. How's it going, buddy? We are just ranking Supernatural. Like, again, like seasons 1 through 5 are like here, if not here. I don't know. What is it? Season 6 and 7 are around here. 7, 8, 9 are around here. So I think like right here is where we're gonna rank it, and I'm in a very interesting spot with Supernatural where I'm like, should I continue with where I left off, or do I start over? Like, those early seasons, man, are kind of blurry to me sometimes. Or do I finish it and then restart it? I don't know, but I do want to finish Supernatural at some point because I do fucking love that show. It's such a fun show. Mr. Doom Patrol. Now, Doom Patrol I forgot to put on this list 2 years in a row. Every year I do this, I'm like, gosh darn it, I forgot to add Doom Patrol. Poor Doom Patrol. I love Doom Patrol. It's crazy. It's a fantastic show. Why do you put Doom Patrol then? Because, again, let's do that strategy again. Season 1, perfect. Season 2... Wait, where the heck did it go? I lost Doom Patrol. It landed somewhere. I don't see where it went. I'll find it, hopefully. This seems like a maze. Like, once you lose it, it's like, oh, it's like a hidden picture game to try and find where the heck did you put it. But yeah, I don't know. Where the heck did I put it? Oh, it went right here. It went right here. It's not perfect. I don't think it can be divine either at this point. I think, there's too many little things that kind of drag it down. But I think it's going to be another great. Look how big great has become. We have 5 rows in great. We have 5 rows in good. We are going to have to move some of these around, I think. I think some of these are going to get moved down a little bit as we re-rank some of these. I remember when I mentioned it to you and you watched the first episode, you told me it terrified you and you would not watch it. That's funny. That's funny. That is very funny because it is a very much, it's not a scary show whatsoever. Hell of a Boss. Oh my goodness. It's been, I guess I wouldn't have ranked this last year because we have, where's Has-Been Hotel right now? Has-Been Hotel is in the great. And you know what? I'm not even going to spend much time on it. Throw it in great next to Has-Been Hotel. I have no issues with that. I think they're on the same caliber of fun. I personally prefer Has-Been than Hell of a Boss, but both are fun. Both are great for various different reasons. Very fun show, and both are coming back here in a couple months. So this time next year, we will have new seasons to rank for both of those. Star Versus. Okay, I should also say the rest of these aren't new shows. We have what, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 more shows to rank in the new stuff. And these are all things that I've seen before last year's poll that I was just like, hey, these are shows I saw in my lifetime. I'll add these too, because why the hell not? Star Versus. Another Disney Channel show. I've seen the first 3 seasons of Stars. I enjoyed it a lot. I heard season 4 was awful, so I never watched the final season. which may help or hurt where this goes on this ranking. Where does Star Versus go? Does it go great? I don't really think so. I think it's good. I think it's pretty consistently a good show. It's not one of my favorites of all time. It never really was, even before the fall off. It was like pretty fun show, pretty good, pretty solid, pretty okay. Nothing special. I mean, you know, there's some great stuff, and again, is a solid Star Versus tier. That's fair. That's fair. I like it. I never loved it though. But I wouldn't mind jumping back in at some point, actually finishing it, or just rewatching what I probably missed. We got some silly ones on here too, by the way. Some that are like, oh, that'll be silly to rank in 2025. Austin and Ally. For some reason, I just never added it. Like, we have, like look at all these old Disney shows we have on here. Like, we have Jessie, we have Girl Meets World, we have Liv and Maddie, we have Sweet Life on Deck. So, like, some of these me not adding, I was like, oh, that's kind of weird. I didn't add them. Throwing it in good. I think a lot of those Disney shows are kind of going to end up being very similar to a lot of, like, the CW shows, where it's like, for what it is, it's a, you know, for a kid show, it's solid enough. I enjoy it a lot as a kid, but, like, it's not mind-blowing television for me. So I think that's fair. Although, again, I think some of these we might move around a little bit. I think I'm noticing a lot of good that I might move up or down a little bit. So we'll see. Bakugan. Yeah. This is one I was like, wait, I don't have that on my list, did I? And I could have done the spin-offs. I could have done all that, and maybe at some point I will. Maybe I'll have to rewatch them at some point and, like, actually rank them. But I'll just do this as a brand, as a whole. This is tough because nostalgia's a bitch. Where does it probably go? Probably good. But I'm kind of leaning towards great a little bit, because I do have very good memories with this show. I never watched Austin and Ally. Where's the Kicking It ranking, though, huh, bro? I never saw enough of Kicking It to properly rank it. I saw a couple episodes, but I never properly ranked it. But there's a lot of Disney shows that I think I even still forgot that I don't have on here. So maybe in coming years I get to throw it on there. But I'm okay with putting Bakugan in great. I'm fine with that. Especially if we move some of great down to good. I think that's fine. I think that's fine. I'm not gonna cry over spilled milk about that. Alrighty. Again, you can kind of feel my voice going. Whenever I do these, like, solo episodes, you can see it slowly dissolve over the couple of hours I have to talk solo. Stranger Things. This surprised me. I was going through the list, and unless I missed it somewhere on the ranking, or maybe it got removed somehow. In the 2 years I've done this, I have not ranked Stranger Things. Which is absurd. It's one of the biggest shows I've ever seen in terms of the scale of popularity and, I don't know, just like genuine hype. It's just like one of my favorite shows of all time. Where does Stranger Things go? I'm not saying it couldn't get here. I'm not saying I'd be against putting it in perfect, but I feel like I can't quite do that. I don't know if it's quite deserving of a perfect tier. I think primarily because of that one episode that does drag it down a little bit. But even then, that's not like a bad episode. It's just kind of weird. It's kind of mid. Does the show not deserve to be in perfect because it has one bad episode? By my definition, I guess. Technically. I'm putting it in Divine, though. I think it's a really, really, really good show. We have one final season. Final season starts in a couple months here. So, maybe this time next year, I might consider moving it up to perfect. But right now, I mean, I think right now it's like it's among good people. Like, look, it's next to Superman and Lois and The Bear and Ted Lasso and Lost, and you know, like, yeah, I think Stranger Things. I think that's a good spot for Stranger Things. Libre. Did season 1. Never did season 2. How about an eh? It was never bad, but never anything really worth talking about. It was like, it was fun. I enjoyed it, but I don't know. I had to really put in a lot of motivation to keep watching it, and there's a reason I never finished it. So, yeah, I'm okay with this. I'm okay with that ranking. The Mickey Mouse shorts of the 2010s through modern day. There's not much to talk about. I'm okay putting it in great. Oh, look at that. That's another 2 for great. Yippee-ki-yay. But yeah, that's fine. They're fun. Is that even a TV show? Not really, but oh well. It's good. It's fun. Hannah Montana. Good. Another show that I forgot to rank from when I was a child. Good show. Fun show. Whatever. Not much to say. I don't need to dive into my placements of Hannah Montana, I feel like. The House of Mouse, the old crossover TV show with Mickey Mouse. Crazy how I've added 2 Mickey Mouse shows in 2025. That's crazy. It's good. It's fun. Not much to say. Not a lot of substance. It's basically just a clip show, but I love it. It's such a fun show. We have 2 more here, ladies and gentlemen. The rest here are duplicates, so we don't have to add these last couple here. Kung Fu. CW's Kung Fu. Another 1 season show for me. Love season. Actually, I thought season 1 was really fun. I thought it was such a like turn your brain off, don't think too much about it kind of show. You know, it ended up going for 3 seasons, and I would have actually really liked to have continued it. I'm throwing good. I think it belongs in good, especially since I never continued. Like I guess it was fun enough, but I never grasped it enough to really continue it. So I guess that's kind of on me. Alf the Alien, the final new choice I have on this list. Another childhood favorite show of mine. A show is kind of weird to rank because I've never watched it like chronologically. I just watched it a lot as a kid, so I probably can't properly rank it, but great. It's great. Why not? So how are we on time? We are about an hour and 20 minutes into the stream, which is very, very good. I think we're making time. An hour and 20 minutes to rank all the new shows, like 40 odd shows. Not bad. Not bad. So what we are going to do now, which this should not take as long, but we are going to be going back through this list that we've done so far and rank anything that we've ranked in past years that I think maybe want moved, or just kind of review the list as a whole, say if I think it's justified it being there, or kind of what we are thinking so far. And then we would just kind of look at it as a whole and feel like how are we vibing with it as a whole. So S tier, I think this is going to be the one that changes probably the least, because it is easily, well, no, I think S tier is bigger than like bad and stuff like that. Not the same as but in perfect tier we have Avatar, which will probably never move. Stargirl, which this is always like Stargirl has always been the one that I've always felt the most guilty about. I've always felt kind of guilty because people are like, Stargirl's in your S tier. I'm like, yeah, it is, man. Sure is. Sorry, I needed a drink. Yeah, but there's still not a bad episode of Stargirl for me, nor a bad season. So that gets to remain imperfect. Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, Gravity Falls, Barry. No reason to change any of those, in my opinion. Fringe. So I did re-listen to the stream from last year because I just wanted to hear all my thoughts and stuff like that. Fringe was newly added last year, and I said I will put it in perfect, and unless I change my mind, it can stay there. I have nothing to dispute it not being imperfect, so that can stay there. X-Men 97 was added last year as well. Yeah, I mean, you know, we've had no new season, and I said just basis of what we have right now, it is one of my favorite shows that's ever been made, and I stand by that. I think it's a masterpiece. I love it so much. Over the Garden Wall, no reason to change it. Spectacular Spider-Man. Spectacular Spider-Man is kind of weird for me. Because I don't know if it is at the caliber of everything else in my perfect. But it is perfect. Like, I have no issues with Spectacular Spider-Man. So, maybe I'll disagree in like a year's time. But right now, I'm going to agree. And then all of our new additions with the Penguin, Severance, and the Owl House. I think it's justified. I think I'm really happy with those new additions. I'm really happy with how perfect it's looking. And I'm excited because I think we're about to get a couple more perfect. Because there's a couple I've ranked previously that I was looking at throughout the year, and I was like, you know what? I kind of wouldn't mind switching it up. Heartstopper. So by this time last year, we had Heartstopper seasons 1 and 2. So Heartstopper has had an interesting journey. Because season 1, I put it in perfect. I said, you know what, fuck it. In the first tier list we did. Year 2, I moved it down to divine because I didn't feel like it was up at the standard of perfect. Now season 3 has come out. It's the best season. And I personally have no issues returning it to where it belongs in perfect. I don't have an issue with that. I think that's a great ranking. Season 3, I think, has cemented it. And technically, it probably won't move again because the show is technically over. Heartstopper has officially ended. Now the story will be wrapped up with a movie, which, honestly, I might just include in the show's lore. Like, if that movie's not, I might move it down. I might just, count it as such. But Heartstopper, I'm fine with that. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I think, has to stay in Divine. Infinity Detroit has to stay in Divine. Although I really wish I could. Everything's gonna be okay. Looney Tunes. Amphibia has kind of been driving me crazy in the last year because I've been really thinking about it. And I've been saying, why can't it be an S tier? Because I think Gravity Falls and Owl House are S tiers. And I sometimes like Amphibia as much, if not more, than the rest of these three. So I am putting Amphibia in perfect. I have no issues with that. Personally, no issues. Wolverine, Avengers, both could be up there, but I am not right now, just because I think I would need to rewatch both to justifiably change that ranking for me personally. Loki, that's going to stay. I've thought about Invincible. I have thought about Invincible. I thought about it. Because there isn't necessarily a bad episode of Invincible. There's some episodes, though. I think Invincible, for me, I don't know if I can justifiably put it in perfect for me. There's something that's just holding me back about putting it there. But you know what I'll say? It's had 3 great seasons. If Invincible, if you can pull out another great season, if you can give us a on the par of the previous 3, a season 4, then I will consider moving you up to perfect. I will consider it. But for now, I am leaving you at Divine, which is still very, very good. Phineas and Ferb has had new episodes, which is crazy to say. I don't think any of those new episodes, I think they're actually kind of worse than a lot of the modern. Not to say it's bad, but I feel there's There's nothing that can move it up to perfect at this rate, I don't think. But Divine is still a great ranking. Time Traveler's Life, no new season. Daredevil. Now, I've rewatched Daredevil. Now, are there some tiny, itty-bitty, nitty-bitty nitpicks that you could probably take upon Daredevil? Yes. I'm doing it. I think Daredevil is good enough to get itself into perfect tier. I don't think there's enough to disqualify it from that category. Like, rewatch it. Like, my thing was always season 2, but season 2 is pretty damn good. Season 2 is pretty great. Super and Lois had a new season this year. The final season, it's officially wrapped. There's a real part of me that really wishes I could. There's a part of me that really, really wishes I could add it to S. But I justifiably cannot do that yet. I think season 2 is just it is a little bit of a hindrance, man. Like, if season 2 just fixed up a couple of things, I could justify it, but I can't put it in a all-time greatest perfect show for me personally. The Bear has a new season. Haven't watched it yet. Fallout has no new season. Ted Lasso, no new season yet. But since we ranked this, they did announce a new season. But I think Ted Lasso can only go down from here. Like, I don't think it could ever get in perfect from this point on. Lost, can't. Although I would love to, but I simply cannot. New Girl. We had just ranked New Girl last time we did this. I'm okay with that. I am personally okay ranking New Girl S tier. There is, like, I think I was being very critical the last time because there were some things, but I still don't think there's a bad episode of New Girl. I think it's one of the funniest shows that's ever existed. I know we're adding a lot to that perfect, but I think I'm liking kind of what this is looking at. Like, I think redefining a little bit what perfect is for me. I think, like, 0 mistakes, like 0 slight pitfalls are a bit too harsh. My Adventures. It's staying for now. I'm going to give it the Invincible treatment. If they can pull out another banger of a season 3, I might consider moving it up. Last of Us. I think we're moving Last of Us down to great, personally. I still love it, but I don't know if I'm willing to give it Divine. And yeah, this is all new stuff that we ranked this year, so that can all stay. Okay, we're moving down to good. Oh my goodness, look at this pitfall of a list that is good. The Boys. We did get a new season since we last ranked this. Didn't we? Wasn't season 4 after this? Oh no, maybe we didn't. Maybe The Boys season 4 was before. Yeah, because that was June and that was August. So this would have been... So I guess no new season of The Boys. Ugh. It is still a great show. I'm going to keep it in great for now. But I will say, I think if season 5 is on the caliber of season 4, it might get moved down. Cape Crusader, I have no reason to move it down. Peacemaker is literally about to get a new season. I could justify... man, like, I kind of wish they could put out that new one. Because I could... no, I don't think Peacemaker is ever going to get out of great. I think it can move down, but I don't think it's ever going to move up. But maybe. The White Lotus, I finally finished seasons 2 and 3. That's the last time we ranked this. I don't see why not. Why not? I think White Lotus has consistently put out 3 fantastic seasons of television. I'm not willing to give it perfect, but I think Divine is fine. Euphoria, man, I'd be willing to move Euphoria down, man. I've become so negative on that show. I'll leave it there though. Let's have season 3 arrive, and then we can readjust. Cuphead never watched past season 1. Cobra Kai has had a new season. Where were we last time with Cobra Kai? Because last time with Cobra Kai, we had... I think it was part 1 of the final season, and I was very disappointed with it. Can I justifiably put it in Divine? I'm gonna do it. Why not? Why the hell not, man? I don't know. I think as these tiers are getting bigger, the link between them are kind of getting a little softer. Becoming a little less harsh. But you know what? Fuck it. Because I think its greatness is above so much of Divine. Like, it's on there on par of, like, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and The Bear and stuff like that. And great is so big, man. And I think some of these are going to be moving down to good and good. Like, I think we're just kind of shifting them all a little bit as we go through here. I'm okay with that. Yeah, fuck it. Good luck, Charlie. Would it be crazy if I did that? Would that be a crazy move? I'm not going to do that, but I could. Agent Carter's going to sing great. Only Murders in the Building, man. I almost want to reward Only Murders. Right? Like, they've now had... Is it 4? They've now put out 4 great seasons of TV. I almost feel like they need more than just a great. I'm gonna do it. You know, season 5 comes out in a couple weeks, so maybe by next year we'll move it back down. But like, there's nothing holding it back from being Divine. I'm okay with that. Young Justice has to sing great. Smallville has to sing great. Gifted has to sing great. Wednesday. I've watched the first episode of Wednesday season 2. It's... Oh, man. Yeah, I'm going to keep it great. Sweet Tooth, I'm going to keep it great. Korra, Ben 10, Omniverse, Arrow. I think those are all going to stay great. Can I move Brooklyn up? Would I be an insane man if I moved Brooklyn up? I almost feel like it deserves it a little bit. I don't know. Like, I think as I've moved away from it a little bit, I've become like, wait, what didn't I like about it? Like when I look back on the show, I only think about the good stuff. I'm moving it. Why the hell not? I don't think there's anything that bad about it that even like could justify moving it down. Gen V. I'm sorry. I skipped a couple. I missed up. Skipped a bunch. X-Men, gonna keep that in great. Walking Dead, keep that in great. Reacher. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm moving you down to good. I lost you somewhere. Reacher, you got down here. We've had a new season of Reacher recently. I think it's fine. I don't know. I've been kind of consistently kind of disappointed in Reacher the last couple years. And it's still a good show, but I don't think he can stay in great for me personally. Where were we? Walking Dead stays. Gen V. Oh, man. Again, this is another one that's being punished. Because, like... It's about to get season 2. We are about, like, less than a month away from season 2. I really... Oh, man. I feel like it almost deserves it. Put it out on some faith and move it up. Can I justifiably do that, guys? Can I move it up a whole tier? All right. Here's what I'm gonna say. I'm going out on a limb with you, Gen V. I am going to pre-advancedly put you in Divine because I consistently say I like it more than the boys. I'm gonna do it. Please do not disappoint me. Please live up to your name, and next year I can say, you know what, you deserve that, Gen V. One Piece live action. Let me actually add one thing really, really quickly. There's one show that I forgot to actually properly rank. And we're going to add that here really quickly. I don't think anyone's watching anymore anyway, so I can do this. I don't have to stress about it. But if you're watching on playback, hello, how's it going? Where is the thing I literally just saved? Just give me 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Anyone watching in here? No, we're good. There we go. I just didn't save. That's all. Rank that in a second. Yeah, One Piece, no new season, so it's going to stay great for me. But what I did do in 2024, or 2025, I should say, is I did start the anime One Piece. And I'm very, 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 like, people are going to laugh when I say where I'm at with it. But I'm very, 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 very early on with it. But I want to be able to say that I've added it. And then next year I could be like, oh yeah, like I want to be able to follow my journey through it. So I am personally just kind of throw it right in great right now because it's been very fun so far. And then hopefully by next year I can get like a couple episodes in, or like a couple hundred episodes in or something. And just every year we do this, I can keep updating that list. Okay, where were we? And I'm going to try and speed this up because we are heading at the 2-hour mark. I want to end around the 2-hour mark, give or take, but maybe we won't. Again, as you can tell, the throat has given out. Ted can stay. Hasbin Hotel can stay. High School Musical Series can stay. Sex Ed. Man. I'm going to keep it because its highs are so fucking high. Community... Oh, man. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it because its lows were kind of low. Falcon and the Winter Soldier can stay. Doctor... Ooh. I'm moving that down to good. Because oh my gosh, look how good... Look how big good has got. But yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of how they treated Shooty in the final chapter. I'm honestly really upset with how they treated him. I know what happened behind the scenes. I think he deserved better. Foster's, I've been rewatching Foster's. This time next year I should be done rewatching it. I think it'll probably forever stay in great, though. I don't know if it will ever get to Divine, but maybe. We'll see. Let's see how I feel with the last couple seasons. Bridgerton, no new season. Queen Charlotte, probably never new season. 100 can never go any higher than this. Game of Thrones. I moved it from good to great last year for some reason. I'll keep it there. House of the Dragon, never finished. Never did season 2. And then that leaves us caught up on great. Okay, in good, we have Black Lightning, I think needs to say. Sweet Life on deck. What's in great? It's like Good Luck Charlie and stuff in great. I'm moving Sweet Life to great. WandaVision's in good. Moving up to great. Why not? I think it's still a freaking awesome show. I think great is freaking incredible. She-Hulk, I think, needs to stay in good, even though I like it a lot. Mandalorian, I still have not finished the final season, which one could argue maybe it should be. No, it wouldn't go any further. Good is probably as low as I can give that. I feel like it could probably be moved up to great, but I'm not going to do that right now. Parrot Kings, Manifest, Wizards. I think I did watch some Wizards from last time, actually. It has to stay in good. Hawkeye. I don't know. I think Hawkeye deserves a great, to be honest with you. Harley Quinn. I don't know. I think it's staying good for now. I do love season 1 a lot, though. Lucifer. I'm moving Lucifer back up to great, to be honest. And you know what? I think Harley Quinn can be up there as well. Benton Ultimate Alien, I'm keeping in good. Once Upon a Time, I'm keeping in good. By the way, I'm very close to being done with my once rewatch with my mom. We were like 6 episodes away. So yeah, I'm keeping once in good. Total Drama Island. I'm moving up. I think I'm moving a lot up to great. I think a lot of these good. I think we're like moving these, what this category is, around a little bit to me. Liv and Maddie, I'm fine with great. Flash is staying good. Umbrella. No, I'm gonna keep it good. 991. I'm not okay with this. Ultimate Spider-Man. Legends of Tomorrow. Keeping good. Labyrinth's keeping good. Super keeping good. Is that Obi-Wan? I thought Obi-Wan was down here, wasn't it? I'm moving Obi-Wan to be honest. Gotham can stay in good. Mr. Marvel can stay in good. What If? What If can go down there too, to be honest with you. Batwoman good. Monarch good. Percy Jackson good. I think Percy Jackson will probably move up to great by next season. But I'm keeping it good for now. Echo. Move down to just because of the production stuff. I don't think can be justified. Dead City staying good. Ahsoka staying good. Sabrina? I mean Sabrina down to Fill out the a little bit to me. That we enlarged the great category and we shrunk down the good a lot, I think. Love Victor staying good. Gurmy's World can go down to if we're being honest with ourselves. Exo Kitty had a new season. Didn't watch it. I'm still. It could go down to but I enjoyed it a lot. Vox Machina. You know what? Vox Machina. I still haven't got past season 1, but that show deserves. I think good was too low for Vox, to be honest with you. Jesse, I think Jesse can go down to as well. And then that's it for anything in that needs to be moved up or down. Acolyte. Moving that up a little bit. I think now that we've justified it, I think Acolyte was never an for me. It never sat right with me, and I think it kind of exists in some of these seasons right here in good. Good Doctor, Book of Boba Fett, that Disney show, Moon Knight, Knuckles, Diabolical. Any of these we want in bad? I don't think so. And we added, by the way, 0 to bad this year. 0 was added to bad this year. Which is fascinating to me. Yeah, I think let's zoom out a little bit. Let's see kind of what we're cooking with. Oh man, we have to zoom out a lot to even get a freaking grasp on what we're dealing with here. And I don't even know if you guys can fully see the whole list. So yeah, this is the updated list. This is kind of what we're working with. I know it's very hard to see at this point. But I will post the like high definition actual list onto my socials, onto everything of that regard. I want to thank everybody who was here chatting with me today. Let me zoom in a little bit because this doesn't look very good to me. But I want to thank everybody who was here today chatting with me as I'm losing my voice. As we've done this once again, this is one of my favorite yearly channel traditions on the show. Thank you for 150 episodes of the pipeline as well. Haven't really processed that yet, but like we've been doing this for now officially 3 years. This has been year 3 of the pipeline, but we're officially going on 3 years of doing the show, and I love the show. It's my little child, and we have some fun shows in store. But we are now officially a year out from 200 episodes in the year's time. This time next year will be our 200th episode of the Pipeline Podcast. So thank you so much for this. I wouldn't mind doing similar solo streams like this more in the potential future. If that's something you guys would maybe be interested in. Thank you for everyone chatting with me and having a good time and indulging me in my fandoms a little bit. Most were very positive, so thank you guys so much for that. In terms of what's next for the show in coming weeks, after the credits will be on Monday, which would... What are we talking about Monday? We're talking about Wednesday Season 2. We're talking Dexter Resurrections, which we added both to this list. So expansions on that. And then the pipeline next week, my current plan is to do an episode ranking all the live-action Spider-Man suits now that we've seen Tom Holland's newest suit for Brand New Day. So look out for that, in terms of all of our other content we put out on the channel as well. Ranger, or, just not on my channel, but throughout the core. Ranger Nation, Party Nation, Council, and Nocturnal Nerdcast, and all that kind of jazz. So, yeah, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you folks on the flip side. Bye-bye.